Okay, so yeah, sorry, I'm a bit kanjong now already. Okay, so my apologies again for the 20 minutes delay. So today we have the first meeting. So together with us is YL. We have a chair from Wen Tian over here. We have Quantin, the co-lead from SIA YL and the industry partners. From the industry partners, right, we have architects, we have agencies participation, we have suppliers, and also some developers joining us. So today, the intent, as mentioned earlier, is to really to have a collective ground-up approach to look at real problems so people can actually learn and build, resolve, explore. So within these 3 months, we are hoping that in February, we can explore the problem statement first. Okay, with that problem statements, then we gear to the March, which is the solutions development. Then moving on forward is the April. April session is to look at how do we present it better. So let me open up our slides so that we can start. But before that, right, I'll need to pass the mic to Quantin.
Yeah, sorry, we have very bad Wi-Fi here for some reason. And his computer looks very like got cancer. So maybe it's not a very good. My computer usually won't hang, but it's also got stage fright. So we apologize. But first of all, thank you so much all for being here for physical. I understand Monday is always the worst time to have a physical event because it's always the busiest. But really appreciate all of you so much. Just to update, I think we have more than 70 people to participate, which is a really good number for hackathon. I think we have about 18 teams, but throughout this whole journey, I think hopefully once we kind of brainstorm what topics, we can kind of group the groups together into maybe groups of 5 or 7, because I think the hackathon is really hacking, right? That means you will have like 2 days very intensive on the actual time itself to create something. So actually in a team, I think a team of 5 or 7 actually works better than a team of 3. And also when you all fight, then you all can break into different fractions. But the whole idea behind this hackathon is that we really hope, first of all, is to upskill everyone, because there will be some things that you will definitely must know, because we want to upload all these things onto GitHub. So first of all, learning how to use Git, which is the open source repository to track documentation, is very important. And then learning some technical terms of computational design, which I think some of you here are more brilliant than me. There's really some masters here, so I shall not talk too much. Yeah, but by the end of the day, we have very big and exciting members and people here, including professors from SUTD, and then hopefully some industry experts who are judging it. And we have exciting prizes. And of course, at the end of the day, what we are looking at also is that within the team, if you have something really exciting, there is lots of funding within the industry, within the government, to push for a startup. If your idea is really that good, there's a lot of funding to tap into, and who knows, we might be having the next unicorn here to push forward for the future. So I'm quite hopeful, but this is a first event, which a lot of government bodies are supporting right now. So just a bit about Woon Wei. He works for BCA. I don't work for BCA. I'm a practicing architect. I used to work at Woha, but I'm currently running my own studio. And I think one of my interests is really in using AI. Actually, I'm very interested in digital tools because I'm very lazy. So I really like to give shortcuts to everything. Yeah. Okay, your cancerous laptop. Very strange. Yeah. So we're just gonna quickly run through this whole slides and topic. For those who are online, if you can't hear us or if there's any issues, please raise it, because I can't see any feedback. Or you can drop me a WhatsApp text. Yeah. So we just go through introduction of about everyone. I think let's also get to know everyone. I'm very excited to know a lot of people here, because some of you are really experts and very senior here. The background is that in 2013, there's really a series of AI tech talks within SIAYL. So there are actually a lot of quite good, prominent people. I think Carlos Bannon, he has a very interesting Instagram account, if you know. He's doing a lot of experimentation with SUTD kids. And yeah, and yes. Look, yeah, her P4D expert. Um, and so this year, what we try to do is we try to do this ground up things as initiated by us. So we're going to have a series of hybrid events and workshops. And I think the best way to learn is also learning from each other, because some people might not be that skilled in tech, but some people might be very creative in planning. And also, I think a lot of more senior people here have a lot of foresight and the vision and the wisdom about how processes work. So what we really want is something serious that is not, you have the idea, but it actually doesn't really apply in our daily workflow. So that is what we are hoping for. So there will be some workshops. I think we got in some people from Autodesk, Graphisoft, and hopefully we get in some other people as well. So there's a lot of words here. Some are chopped off, but these are all sent to your email. So basically, there is no topic. It's an open topic. But the whole theme is behind is how can we use digital tools, not related just to AI tools, to have everyone to come up with a tool or a proof of concept that can help to streamline all the processes in architecture. You just need to choose one. So for instance, I will have some examples later to show you what do I mean by that. Okay, but the outcome is very simple. First of all, is to network. Let's make all friends because we are one architecture fraternity. Number two is to learn. I'm very excited. I also take part in it. I'm very excited to learn from a lot of experts here, learn from very senior people here in the industry, and we all can together create something that is wonderful, and we can brand the Singapore architecture fraternity and as not being the backward thing, but we are very forward thinking as well. The expectation is that we hope that everyone contribute their knowledge and within the team, but most importantly, for legal purposes, anything that you created here belongs to you. It does not belong to the company. You are representing yourself. You can tag with your company, but I think this is one thing that want to know. So if you work for a big company, I think here is all individual effort as a group. And then whether or not the next stage, what takes on, is up to you all to decide. Okay, so don't worry about it. We actually came up with 6 broad topics. I think these broad topics are more aligned with BCA and the industry architecture-wide interest in using digital tools. But you don't have to choose within this topic if you have something. What these topics try to do is try to get you to select within this topic something more specific and to kickstart an idea generation. So for instance, you are very interested in the design creation process. So then you would think about, okay, design creation means mostly in the schematic design stage or the concept and feasibility stage. So I will focus my tool on what exactly during the SD stage or the feasibility stage that actually in a practice that is useful, and what are the processes involved doing that. So you don't try to do everything because it's a hackathon. First of all, it's good to dream big, but we have to make it distilled down to something really simple that can prove that it works. Okay? So don't get freaked out by this amount of things here. I think everyone has kind of selected what they are interested in, and right now you can always change. And what we like to do is we want to hear most groupings, what they kind of have, and make sure nothing overlaps. If there's overlap, we can merge the groups together, and then you have one topic. Maybe I can go through a little bit about the topics here. Performance analysis, first design requirements and compliance check. That means you can use a LLM model, maybe you feed the LLM model, maybe an open source model with all these PDFs of compliance, you kind of, someone cleans the data set out. And then you say, I'm just interested in staircase width. So within checking staircase width, there are so many components. Are you using a PDF or a vector file to check? Things like that, okay? Design creation, I ran through that as well. You can, I think some groups are trying to do efficiency calculation, which is fantastic. You can also use image generation. I think right now in a lot of open source models, they don't generate enough tropical architecture. And then Singapore generation is just showing trees. So imagine we can feed, let's say, a LORA model that is fine-tuning model that only shows tropical architecture. That means when you generate a facade, it actually shows overhang, you know, not the European facade that, you know, when it rains, that's it. So these are things that are quite interesting. And I think we don't have to think that we are the first, but we are the first in terms of Singapore specific. I think that is already something very powerful. Data-driven sustainability and buildability, I think with green mark and buildability scores, there's a lot of data processing, you know, in terms of even embodied carbon right now, there are jobs that are just literally have to key in the data to get the entry. So imagine someone can come in and automate a certain part of it. That will be also very powerful. Analysis and optimization, it's just about maybe scanning past projects to get some data results, because a lot of times we do not learn from our past projects, or rather the data is not there. So imagine through this platform, you can also propose, and then we can also approach places or industry partners, because you have a strong backing, and then we can get some of this data set to kind of test our ideas. Design collaboration and coordination. Later, I can talk to you about an example that actually talks about how there was this hackathon in New York that they did a Rhino that can collaborate. So imagine you can do something like that, but a very specific tool that allows collaboration that natively it doesn't allow it. So maybe McNeil will buy your company over. Why not? I think last one, design and tender documentation. Modular building. I think this one Podium is doing it, right? So maybe. Okay, so we have actually a lot of resources. We have a website that is run by Woon Wei, but it's a lot of words, but I think please read it, or you can ask ChatGPT to read it for you. We do have a Discord channel, even though now I think about it, not a lot of people react to it. Maybe we switch it to a Telegram announcement way, because most people use Telegram, right? But you all can feedback to us. We will try and do it, and we do apologize for all the communications because it's a very new team. We are trying to get things running, but we do suggest everyone understand a little bit about GitHub and just create a GitHub account, because all the works must be uploaded to GitHub and properly documented, because we are trying to publish it for all the projects. Learn a bit about prompt engineering, even though I think nowadays models are moving more and more towards promptless engineering. That means it doesn't matter what you prompt, but you will just come out with what it understands. But I think understanding the basis behind prompt engineering is quite important, because certain machine learning model data sets, they scrape different kind of data. So stable diffusion scrape like metadata, which is not accurate, whereas let's say ChatGPT, DALL-E, right? They always have images that look like stock images. Why? Because they scrape a lot of stock images website that have properly labeled data. So just understanding these basics actually allow you to understand which tool to use better, because some are not that good. So again, AI is all, you know, if you feed rubbish in, rubbish will come out. Okay. Mid-Journey, I suppose everyone is quite familiar with it. We will have a workshop. I think I'm conducting it, right? I'm being arrowed. Okay. I'm not the best to do it, but I do know a bit, and I do some consultancy work on this. I will do a little bit on open source stable diffusion and control net generation. That is a bit codeless, and we'll cover a little bit on the basis of what it is and how you can use this tool to be really doing all this 1 second render, or rather 10 seconds, 10 designs kind of approach. Yeah. So there's a lot of resources out there. We will post some of these things that are relevant to architects and you can learn. So what is the timeline? So we do have the SIA launch. So anything in gray is actually conducted here, but we understand everyone has different work schedules. We'll do a hybrid session. And we're trying to get also CPD points for everyone as well who participate. So don't worry, your time is not wasted. Yeah. Today is the first meetup. I think we have Autodesk AI workshop. They're going to share with us about Forma and Revit. Then we have a SketchUp workshop, and then we have a ControlNet workshop. You can tune in online, or you can come in person. But then after that, in March, we'll have meetups, more workshops, and finally in April is where the final presentation and assessment will be done. And we hope that in the publication, that means at the end of this thing, we will actually coincide with ArchiFest. In one of the Marina Bay Sands Hall, we'll be doing the presentation of the winning entries, and we'll get a lot of publicity for it. So that is the hope for it, for this whole journey. Yeah. So most importantly is get acquainted with your group members, understand where each people's strengths are. If you are not satisfied with each other, you can still change your group, but please try and come to a consensus and understand. I think understand each other's working pattern is the most important. Yeah. So today, what we need to do is very simple. It's just to identify the problem. We don't have to think about the solution. We have to identify the problem, select the tool, and explore what's the approach. So I know everyone wants to do everything. I also want. I want a tool that makes money instantly and then I can go to sleep. But that is not going to happen. So we need to select exactly what tool, exactly what thing you can do, and make sure that you know someone, or you know someone that can do it. So you post things like, I need like 20 graphics card to run this model. I mean, it's not possible. Or I need to understand how to set up a cloud server that no one here knows how to do it, then it's not a problem. But let's say, oh, do a Grasshopper script. Maybe that is possible. So we need to identify the tools and the approach, but most importantly, identify the problem is the most important. And then in March, we'll start to develop the potential solutions. We have a lot of all these people coming in, workshops, and I think we can tap on the knowledge that we all have here. There are really, really some smart guys. I think all of us are very smart, and some of us are specialists in some areas. Definitely can help to engage each other, and I think refine the solution and the process is the most important. And then lastly, in the April, is to just finalize your thing and really hack it. That means not to hack it as in throw it away, but hack, and try and create the things. Okay, so a lot of words, a lot of things here. I'm not going to go through this. I'm just going to go straight into the case study and examples. What the hell is Quentin talking about? Okay, I'm taking all this off past hackathons that are not in Asia. They're actually based in the US. This is called M Lumion's. It's by a quite diverse team. There are people from KPF, BIG. Basically, it's just called instantaneous daylighting feedback, and I think they won the first prize in the last year's hackathon in New York. Okay, so unit is too deep. Windows aren't big enough. There's glare. We need shading. So right now, when you design something, when architects design something, there are two things that people will counter you back. One is because I'm very experienced, I know it. Or number two, because I did a simulation. And usually we go by the number one. But what if you're a new architect and then you have just been thrown this hideous amount of work that your boss, because he's so busy, he cannot tell you anything that you do wrong. And then he comes back from his meeting at 8 p.m. and say, hey, bro, cannot. Who designed like that? Wrong. Then you have to stay late again. So what they did is, can we overlay daylight feedback as you sketch? So what they did is basically they had this whole tool to create parametric model that can work in Revit that give you instant feedback of daylighting things, and it's open source. Yeah, so very simple. They just sketch something, and then it instantly gives you the feedback of where it's bright and where it's not. Of course, some people will say it's common sense, but imagine you have to present it to the client, and the client say, can you show me some data? This is where it comes in very handy. So they actually did it in 2 days. They create the dummy set, train it, create the Revit UI, and then, but they only do it within Europe because they are all based in Europe. Okay. And this is their output. So, I mean, don't have to bother about this. I show you they actually have a working app at the end. But we don't have to do a working app. You can do a very broken app that is only run on your computer. It's also fine, as long as you demonstrate that it works. So they have the calculator, and of course they use Python. Then they train the model with the room data. These are the team. And then they have a live demo. So this is how it looks like. So basically, it's just like that. Well, it looks complicated, but you can just rotate the model and you get the daylight feedback. As simple as that. Of course, if there is a application.
Oh, we mix.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Next one, I think maybe you saw this. I saw this online called Rhino Anywhere. I think it's very cool because they eventually did this as a Rhino plugin, so you can download it from Food for Rhino. Basically, through this hackathon is, during COVID, right, we have all this VPN server that we need to log in and then use a virtual desktop because our computers are not good enough. So it's basically this concept. So what they did is they just basically used the same concept and put it onto a web app. So they can use the Rhino anywhere. But of course, they have a Rhino running in the computer, and it's as simple as that. So you can download this now and use Rhino anywhere on the Chrome browser. So this is also quite a, I would say, very simple idea and yet very simple way of executing it. Yet it's a very useful result because how many times we run around the meetings and we can't open a Rhino file because the laptop has not enough capability. This one, it's called Heat Island Hero. Basically, what they did is just they used a ChatGPT on top of it. They built on top of ChatGPT, and with some, I would say, open map overlay to find out the heat island effect within the city. Yeah, with just they consider the amount of people, the amount of trees, the amount of open land, and the height of buildings, and they just merge it into one, and then the data will just show. So it's also a possible entry. This one is very interesting and slightly complicated. So this one we all know. There is always a person tracking all the RFI, tracking all the Revit model. It's like, hey, which guy go and edit my Revit model? So this is more for Grasshopper script. So people who work in computational design environment know that Grasshopper only can be one person at one time. And there is so many different permutations. How many files are you going to create? So what they did is basically they do it something like a GitHub-based version control that allows you to have a version control without knowing who saved what. So you always can trace back to the different branches of changes of your Grasshopper script for your file. So in a way, it's also quite useful because they can easily pinpoint where at which point certain design decisions were tried and made and not possible and moved on. And if you want to revert back to the original, you can easily track it. Yeah. This is, I got disconnected, but never mind. It's for the online people. This is a very simple application on the web. Basically, they just built on top of OpenAI API, and they just train it to generate images based on the room. And then they also suggest relevant product items that are within the room. For instance, you can just select like living room, and then they will tell you what kind of furnitures are associated with a living room. Yeah. Okay. Yes. This is Safe GPT. This is interesting for those people working in corporate offices that are not allowed to use ChatGPT. So this is just a hack that allows you to use ChatGPT without using ChatGPT. Yeah. So it provides a safe environment to censor away all the important corporate data. This is another called EasyRx. I think this is available also as Food for Rhino. So basically, it's just a plugin that helps you create a Grasshopper script from ChatGPT. Yeah. So basically, it reads ChatGPT's output as a text, and then it has a backend that runs this whole thing that creates the actual Grasshopper script. Yeah, as simple as that. This is quite old back then. I think a lot of this has kind of evolved now to where certain companies have actually used this. What they mean is basically there's a lot of GAN, which is General Adversary Network technology back then, and it's only run on computers. So what they want to do is make this open source thing available online on the web that everyone can access. So basically, they just take the whole package and find out how do we implement it on the web. And then it's very badly done, as you can see. It doesn't really generate a full floor plan, but it actually helps, I think, helps learners and actually helps young architects to understand how to lay out a floor plan. So what they did is this open source is already there that helps to determine the relationship of each room with another room. They have all this data set. So what they did is they clean up this data set according to the city they are in that's more relevant, and then they put all these models into the web that can generate a very simple spatial model of how it looks like. So imagine you have a very young architect who really not sure how, let's say, a tall apartment building with 3 bedrooms and a maid room needs to look like. So he can easily use this and figure out the relationship of the spaces without going through 10 hours of Googling and still not getting the answer. So again, these are all time savings and automation that we can always think about. Yeah, so I think there are more examples, but I didn't really show it. I hope this gives you an overview of what we can do and how simple the topic can be, and also what you need to think about when you try and do a topic. So don't try to do everything. Try to have a big vision, but let's distill it down to something that is quite manageable. So I think the next step really by this week, we hope, is that I think please agree that you want to participate. We understand that people are busy, and if this doesn't suit your schedule, we also understand it. But we want you also to agree on your group naming. And if you can, I think not so soon, because eventually your team will have a topic they're interested in, so you can give your team a name. It can be anything that you think represents your name. The funnier, the better. And then lastly is to submit your problem statement write-up, and then we can review it. So I think the rest of the time, we will just have a very small discussions. For those people online, they are not with your team, please find time to meet up with your teams. And I think people who are here, we will help to facilitate and also hear ideas from each other, and we can network, okay? So all the best, and I'm also participating. So let's hope that we can come up with the next really, really big 18 ideas or 10 ideas, and we have a unicorn here in 3 years' time. Don't forget about us. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Sure. So, okay, so for now, right? So what should we be doing? So the first thing is actually to understand your problem statements, right? So we have prepared actually an online Google Doc for everyone to scan and actually key in. So please scan, then you can key in whatever problem statement you want. So from there, we can also look into it directly. So there are 2 ways. One is really to just type in. Another way is we have a roundtable. So we'll go through, right? So I believe this is the first meeting. We should have the ability to do the handshake. So within your team members. So, or do you want to start from there or here? Yeah.
Suggestions, like this.
Yes.
Yeah. Or you can give us feedback as we go.
Yes, yes. Any questions from online, from Zoom, or anyone here? So, but there's one thing that I want to emphasize is for this hackathon, right, is on personal basis. So therefore, you are not tied to your company. So for whatever developed, the IP belongs to you. So the key thing is really to look at your problem statements, your day-to-day work, So as a start, if you are repeating it for 3 times or more times, or maybe you can automate that, right? So, or the things that you really don't want to do or you love to do, so you also can automate that. Yeah. So this is the key objectives. So along the way, we are hoping people can really learn collectively. Yeah. Okay, so have you guys managed to go into this Google Doc? Okay, so I need to go to that to check.
Cannot scan. I also, we're not very good with the IT design. It's very apparent. But no, just first, do you know which groups are you in first? And your everyone knows which group they are in, right? Or they are not sure where they are. Maybe we can flash you have the group, the whole list of all the group members and everything, and then we can also do the swapping if like you have your friends in another group that you want to join, things like that, or their topic is more interesting. We can also do the swap here now. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Yes. So yeah. Yeah. You want to help me host the icebreaker? I can tell some jokes. That's it. Yeah. Let's meet everyone. Maybe you want to present yourself to the team since you volunteered.
Now I regret what I said just now. My name is Ping Lei. Hi everyone. I know some of you here, some of my classmates. Basically, I'm supposed to be one of the team leaders, but I haven't met my teammates yet, and one of the teammates actually dropped out. Not because of me, okay. So how's the format? It's like where I'm from. I'm Aki Train, graduate from NUS, working for 10 years. Now I'm in the company actually using Grasshopper on a daily basis right now as well. So it's more like a parametric design, scripting. So but AI is kind of new to us. I mean new to everyone. So now the ChatGPT, even OpenAI can actually generate videos like get a lot of people worried about their iron rice bowl. So I think we have this common understanding, probably is like urge to get ourselves more equipped for the future. So anyway, the budget 2024 also say that people above 40 years old are supposed to train themselves also, right? So we can train before we hit 40s, or if we already 40, then yeah, everyone is actually above 20 and under 60, right? So we're on the same boat. You define your scope well enough. Everyone is
one person. Oh, one person. I don't know the name. Thought I got email. I remember seeing got email. That I how come there was one list where
hello.
Yeah. Hello.
there's one list where they
No,
show
the email that Wen Wei sent, I only saw the email that Wen Wei sent. That one don't
oh
have
David.
Yes, yes.
Sorry, I cannot see your face because there's no. It's a man from the sky talking. Okay. Yeah. We cannot open. We have very bad network issue here, so I also cannot open anything because my internet is not working. But we try to bring up the. Can you WhatsApp me the? I have a. Do you have the overall Excel sheet? You have, yeah. Okay. We have the Excel sheet. Maybe we can share this. So just you email to me or you email to yourself? Okay. Okay. We go around table. Who want to introduce yourself? Okay.
I'm Tian Xiong. I'm from Singapore Poly. I teach computational design and digital fabrication. So that's why I'm here.
Hi, I'm Valen from DP. I'm a design technologist. Just here to vibe and see what's going on.
Hello everyone, I'm Bob. I think I'm from Attend's team. Don't know if he's here or not. Oh, hi Attend. Yeah. And
From Ping Lei's team. Yeah.
yeah, and I also design technology, so I developed some software for DPA. Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Darren. I'm from PCA. I'm here because I'm interested in AI and upskilling myself.
I'm Leon and I'm an architect, but I have no coding or AI experience, just interested.
Hi everyone, I'm Shu Jun. I used to work in architecture, but now I'm working as a front-end developer. So I'm here because I'm interested in the intersection between architecture and tech.
Hi, my name is Gio. Graduate architecture. I'm a product manager at Podium.
Hi everyone, I'm Justin from URA. Just excited about this in terms of how it can be useful for us for visualization and engagement in particular. And I'm quite interested in data science and the use of R in particular.
Hi everyone, I'm Ethan, used to be from RDC Architects. I'm here because I'm quite interested in tech and architecture, and I've dabbled a bit in AI as well. And Woon Wei also brought me here. So yeah.
Hi, I'm Yvonne from DPA. I have training in fire safety engineering and architecture. So I just want to know what AI can do for us. No.
Hi, I'm Renju. I run my own practice. I just started. So I don't have any background on AI. So just interested to work on it.
Hi everyone, I'm Luke. I work at Podium and previously an architect and urban designer.
Hi, I'm James. I'm from AI Singapore. So I collaborate with government agencies and then industries and also the academias, yeah, almost on a daily basis, yeah. So our objective is really to develop a talent pipeline and also to enhance the AI ecosystem in Singapore, yeah.
Hi, I'm Wei Sheng. I'm from Wanganong. I also interested in AI. I'm team leader for one of the teams, and there's only two of us, me and Gabriel. So yeah, I think we need more people. So actually, I have some questions for Quentin. So you're saying there's 2 days of intensive work. What is there any pre-preparation we can do before that?
Some expert team as well, certain things. Yeah, because I can tell you, not every team is balanced. Some people that are more skilled in certain. Yeah, and more skilled in certain skill sets, technical skill sets and others. So that's why. But you can definitely start working on it. Have this idea, this killer application. By all means.
Great. Okay, we actually really have ideas. So can I just recruit some people? I don't know. I'm taking your first idea just now actually. So your whole I mean January 2020 ChatGPT came with their AI GPT store. So the thing is I already started converted a couple of our local codes to Markdown so that it's easier for the bot to be able to read. So I think at the moment right now we just need people to clean up the codes because right now I asked for what? Yeah, we started. Yeah, so anyone who wants to okay, so basically what's going to happen is oh, okay, great. Okay, great. I mean, let's say, like, basically what we want to do is, like, I'm just gonna ask ChatGPT, I have a 300 square meters storeroom. What's the occupancy load? Just straight away tell me. I mean, you can calculate straight up, but sometimes you have a very big area, and that's what we do, lah. Actually, a lot of the times, and the fire code table is not easily read by ChatGPT. They don't read it very easily, and there are a lot of other things also because, like, NParks. Sorry, I'm rambling a bit. But NParks, like, all their visuals are not written in word. They are written in images. So, like, we will say, like, oh, I want, like, if I have 4 car parks, I want to put it here. How am I gonna do it? They don't do it properly. So we need to basically clean up all the local authorities into markdown format, which is very simple code format. Sure.
So actually, you can definitely do that. I just want to say, one thing I missed out is the judging criteria. Okay, right now we are still finalizing the judges, but it's very 3 main judging criteria. It's just scalability and impact. Okay, innovation and integration, and then last one is the technical documentation and technical execution. So what we want you to do is, of course, it must be scalable kind of solution. It's just not, oh, I just do this thing and in the future you can't apply to any other things. So like what you say, converting something to markdown, I think that's brilliant. It's very scalable. And innovation means how innovative is it? Has someone already done it, or you are really the first in Singapore to do it? And last one is the technical execution. That means how well are your code and how well is the process written? Do you write 1,000 lines of code just to know that actually I can do it in 1 line of code? And the last one is documentation, because we really want to showcase all of this online and with your names on it. So I think proper documentation with the files and putting it out on GitHub is very important here. Yeah. Sorry, I pass on.
Great, thanks.
I'm going to be very anticlimactic. Hi, my name is Estelle. I'm from ACOM. So I'm doing primarily engineering projects. Yeah, but my firm is already using AI to like speed up their processes. Yeah, to automate a lot of their designs because engineering projects no design. Yeah, so I'm from the Archi side. So yeah, I just joined because I'm interested in like sort of upgrading myself as well. Thank you.
Okay, I pass on to the you shared already. Okay, thanks.
Hey everyone, I'm Vignesh Kaushik from Gensler. I'm a partner at Gensler. I know quite a few of you. It's great to be here actually. Yeah, so I think we have some of my team members here. We're going to look at the creativity aspect of AI and how we create creative tools without commoditizing our craft. That's going to be the focus. So anyone who probably doesn't have a team want to come, yeah, please feel free. We'll be focusing mostly on stable diffusion workflows and creating new stuff on top of Comfy UI. Maybe we'll see what we don't know yet. Yeah, cool.
Hi, my name is Ying Hui. I'm a practicing architect at IX Architects. We mostly use AI now for like visualization, but I'm keen to make like project management and maybe documentation more easy so we can save the brain space for other work.
Hi, I'm Althea from the Architect Circle. I mainly am interested in AI, but not just AI wholesale, but I've also been looking into like the ethics of it because I come from a background that's more than just Archi. I've always been like into the creative stuff in Singapore. So I'm also like thinking how we can incorporate like ethics into generating visuals and how we can use this to also like not only just generating visuals that are too generic, but also finding something that's more localized. And I also have a bit of background in like programming, like Grasshopper, all this kind of stuff. So yeah.
Hi, I'm Pei Wen from Architect Circle as well. I'm personally not very familiar with AI, only did Beam, that's about it. But I probably can offer a bit more on knowledge on Singapore regulation or the projects running and stuff. So yeah.
Hi, my name is Li Ming. I'm actually a startup founder, but more an engineer and a computer engineer. My area of focus actually working on Gen AI for a while. Been looking into developing Gen AI. I think the latest thing that I'm doing is actually retrieval augmented generation. So one of the key things I'm looking at actually, one of my advisor asking me to look into Connex X as all the regulatory information, how do you take it up? So I did some of the prototype. So suck in the whole Connect code practice and put it into a vector database and try it out. Got some result of that. Right? So I'm hope that maybe in this particular hackathon can work something around that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm Brian from the Architect Circle as well. I'm here because I'm quite curious to how to make the tedious stuff a bit easier. Let's say the codes and all that. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Gyanish from PNT. I'm an architect, and I'm just basically interested in seeing how AI can help with the initial stages of the project, feasibility studies, concept design, etc. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Daniel Ong, digital technology team. Yeah, we've been exploring some of the Gen AI in the office. That's basically it. Yeah, thanks.
Hello, I'm Ning from ArchLab. I'm here to learn about AI. I'm not very good in this. Thanks.
Hello, I'm Indus. I used to be an architectural designer, but now I'm a researcher at NUS. So I used to be a web developer as well. So I've been actually building some tools for architecture, also AI tools. So I thought might as well just join this and see what I can do.
Hi, I'm Long. I was from SUDD, now working full-time for about 2 years. Here to hopefully develop some workflows that can make my life easier at work.
Hi, I'm Aloysius. I run my own practice, Lian Architects. Yeah, I thought there was free food, but never mind.
Hi, I'm Karen.
Yeah, Wen where's our food?
I'm an architect, and actually I am not well versed in AI, so I'm just wondering whether can machine think as human? I'm yet to find out more. Thanks.
I'm Chowing from AWP Architects. Yeah, so I also don't have much experience in AI, so I just am keen to know what AI can do for us. Yeah, so my experience so far is mostly in compliance and construction project management. Yeah, less of the design work in my past few years. Yeah.
All right. Hi, everyone. I'm Wen Tian. I'm the chair of YAL. I run my own practice, True Architects. AI tech rating 2 out of 10. 2 because I know how to imagine and then write a lot of things. Because I think we came up with this concept of this AI workshop because we have many young architects who came to us who worry about talking about AI coming in, and we feel that we need to take on this challenge to give everyone a chance to have a hackathon like this. So BCA Wei came to us and proposed this. So it's a perfect chance for us to tap on this, and hopefully everyone can bring your barrier down. This is the first thing I hope everyone here can do. Bring your barrier down. I will be the first to admit to everyone that I have no AI or tech skills. So bring it down. Don't be worried about it. I hope those experts in this room guide us, help us out. Okay? I'm here to be vulnerable and learn from all of you. Okay, so first thing, that's first. Second thing is to acknowledge efforts by the team, Quentin and Wen Wei. Thank you all so much for taking all the time to come up with this program. Thank you for acknowledging that. We have really planned out a sequence of lead up to which is the ultimate program, which is in ArchiFest, Young Architects Forum, that's in May. So that's when we'll present the solutions that we came out in this workshop. And hopefully we're in the talks to get sponsorship to sponsor the prizes. So there are prizes to be won. So yeah, again, take this chance, get to know each other, break the barrier, and hopefully we can come up with something interesting from this hackathon. Thanks.
So maybe your groups, right? Maybe I think it's best that we all can stand up and then start to mingle around and find your group members and also find like who is missing, who is missing in the group and whether they are online or not, and text them and say, hey, are you online? And yeah. 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 And and I think it's best that the groups can be as big as they should be, but not too small, because I think some of the teams have really good ideas. They just need the manpower to help execute it as well. Yeah. So uh, whoever needs the mic to do a sales pitch can use the mic as well.
Hello? Calling for group 13, 13. Please meet here.
Hi, can we check group 9? Anyone here? Do you want to stick here or like you want to spot it? Yeah. Introduce yourself and not yeah. Don't want everyone to yeah. Well, you like APN. It's okay. You can just join the group. Hello, hello. Do we have any group two members here? Luke is looking for his team. Luke, group two, anyone? Okay, if there's no group two members here, then maybe Luke can stop yourself. Yeah. Sure, thanks.